Hi there. I thought I'd create a little YouTube video about a couple of programs I've found to help with creating and copying your boot disk in your PC to a larger boot disk. I found that I had a 125 gig normal hard drive in my PC, and I bought a terabyte solid state drive because my hard drive kept slowing down due to the amount of stuff I had on my computer. So to copy, you can't simply copy the hard drive because it doesn't work. It doesn't create all the partitions and everything that it needs. But one of the problems I did find is if you copy it over, sometimes it will partition your disk, so it'll only use a tiny amount of space. So the two programs I found were great: Macroom Reflect and Macronic Partition Extender free. Now both of these are free programs. You can find them online, download them. Macroom Reflect. Now this is an awesome program. Basically, when you load it up, this is what you get. This is the screen you get. It shows you all your hard drives. This one's my boot drive, and you'll notice that it's partitioned. There's 5 different separate partitions on this drive. Now, what you need to do is keep your boot disk in your PC and insert a new hard drive, the new hard drive you want to copy onto. Now the reason you need the two programs I'll show you in a minute. So you go onto here, you select your boot drive, so make sure all the partitions are selected, and click clone this disk, and you create a clone disk. So we select the disk we want to clone to. So if we wanted to clone to this, for example, I'm not going to do it right now. This is one of my other hard drives, so we click next, and you've run through this, and basically it will copy all the partitions over. Now if you can imagine, on my other hard drive all these partitions were a lot smaller because it was only a 120 gig hard drive, and I wanted to put it onto a 1000 gig hard drive. So originally this, I think, was 100 gig, but it created this partition as 100 gig, so it didn't allow me to store anything else on the C drive. Now this is where the other program, so basically you run this program through and it will copy all your partitions over onto your destination drive. Now once you've done that, you then need to move on to Macronic Partition Extender. Again, this is a free program. Now this shows you your two main disks. Now what I've missed, is you need to bring up, so you reload the disks. I'm going to load up all the disks, and this is bringing up my two main disks. Now you select disk 1, and as you can see at the minute mine is full, it doesn't matter, but this partition here, C drive, was originally only 100 gig, and then it had a massive area of empty space, and if I partitioned that empty space, well, that made it into another drive, so this drive was split even more, so it made a C and a D drive on the one drive. Well, I didn't want that because I wanted all the programs to store to the C drive, which they would. D would only be a storage drive, it wouldn't be a boot drive, so the programs wouldn't save there. So anyway, you use this Macronic Partition Extender, and you select the partition you want to extend, click next, and it will tell you if you can increase the size or decrease the size, and it will give you the maximum size you can increase it to and the minimum size you need to decrease it to. So you click on the maximum size, click OK, and this partition extender will use up all the used space on your drive that you can. So any non-partitioned space, it will extend this into that non-partitioned space. So then, as you can see, my C drive is now 952 gigs, and because of that, now I've got a large enough space to store all my new programs on, and it copied perfectly across. Once you've done that, all you simply do is take out your old hard drive and replace your new hard drive in exactly the same place that was and boot up, and you'll find that it'll boot up fine. You also, if you want to reuse your old hard drive, so you want to use it just as some storage or something like that, you can then put your old hard drive in a different space, select it, format it, and you'll find it works.